She had no idea what was going on. She was like, "I don't know what an API is, but man, this is great. This is cool." So, who doesn't want to talk about software? Come on, man. This is Chango. I don't know if you guys can see him. What's up, Bubba's? What's up? Yep. Okay. I'm a business owner here in San Diego, California, and I want to transition careers to software engineering. I'm going to film the whole process. My name is Michael, and this is michaelbuilds.dev. All right, so welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be about my career transition to software engineering. I'm a full-time business owner at the moment. I own a mobile detailing business called Vivid Pro Auto Spa here in San Diego. It's full-time, and I have had a history of being an entrepreneur. I've owned this business for 6 years, and prior to that, I had a 3-year business that was a personal training business. I started that when I was 19, and to be honest, all my entrepreneurial happenings, if you will, started when I was a kid. I used to love doing anything that could make some money. I had my mom help me. She invested in my business at the age of 5 by buying those little the otter popsicles, little colorful popsicles at Costco, and it was like 100 of them. I froze all of them. I started going around to neighbors and selling them for a quarter. I started selling them for a quarter, and what's up, Bubba's? Sorry, that was my cat. Um, yeah, so I started selling those popsicles all to my neighbors, and I almost got through all of them. Yeah, that was like my first entrepreneurial thing that I did, and that was just something that I've always had in me. So yeah, at the age of 19, started personal training, did that for 3 years. COVID hit, and I literally lost all of my customers, all my clients at the time. So I had to figure things out, and I had a Jeep Wrangler at the time. I had detailed my vehicles pretty meticulously myself. I didn't even know that there was professional detailers out there. Whatever, that's aside the fact, but I just detailed it and I posted on Facebook, asked anybody if they wanted their cars detailed, and I literally launched a full-fledged mobile detailing business from scratch during COVID. It was one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my entire life. But if I'm being quite frank with you guys, I didn't really do it because I loved detailing or if it was like some crazy business idea. So fast forward 6 years, or let's say like 4 years, 4 or 5 years, and I started getting the itch to do something new. It's not that I hated detailing. I mean, I'll be honest, being in the sun all day, working long hours with my body's starting to degrade. I feel my hips starting to feel pain all the time, and my knees, and just a bunch of stuff, right? And I do try to take care of my body. I stretch all the time. I always try to get my protein in and all that stuff. I was a personal trainer. I'm not as fit as I used to be, obviously. Something that I'm working on at the moment, but I do value my health. And regardless, I wanted something new in my career. I wanted to do something that gave me a little bit more fulfillment rather than cleaning cars. All respect to detailers, man. It's an art form. You're making cars look brand new. And but yeah, so I remember back when I was in MySpace days, man. That was like when I was like 12 years old. I was the guy that was like I was like customizing my profile every single day. They had the features of being able to work with the CSS and the HTML, and I would change the color every day, and it was cool, man. I really like the design aspect of software. If you will, I'm a little stronger in front end right now. I do really like to dabble in back end. It's something that has been intriguing me a lot lately. I think that's kind of like the natural progression. At least, what I'm seeing right now is that you start with HTML, CSS, and then you move on to JavaScript, and then you move on to other things. If you want to do Python for backend, Node.js, like all these things. So, yeah. Anyways, I wanted something new, so I started studying. I started researching a bunch of stuff that I wanted to learn and what I should be learning. Obviously ChatGPT was out, so I was like utilizing that to the max, asking it all kinds of questions. Claude had just came out too, and I started using that more often. And man, it just gets more and more interesting. I think software is such a deep field. There's so much you can do, and man, we live in a tech age. Software is everything right now. back then we used to think it was crazy to have like just telephones, like these big old telephones. I was like a baby almost at the time, but I remember it being crazy, like just cell phones, man. Having a flip razor phone, that was like the craziest thing to me. Having to tap buttons 4 times just to get one letter in a text, you know what I mean? But that was revolutionary. And now look at this, the tech footprint we have nowadays is crazy. AI is taking over, the LLMs is taking over, and I want to be a part of that future. I want to make an impact in people's lives. And after about a year of, training or studying, if you will, I actually landed a junior software engineering role. It was a contract part-time role. It recently just ended, mainly because the business kind of dissolved itself. We had one huge client that we were relying on. It was a contract and it ended. So there's nothing really you could do about that. So right now, I decided that I wanted to start this channel to somewhat get people going in the right moves, man. So, anyways, where I'm at right now, I've learned HTML, I've learned the CSS, I've learned JavaScript. I've already it's not done. I'm just doing all the CSS quirks now, but it's a fully functional app. It's a weather app, typical stuff that you're going to see. But it's really important to get those out because you need to learn to develop these things to get your reps in. Honestly, it's a numbers game. I have a mentor. She's been in tech for so long, like 20 years, 20 plus years actually. And she just told me it's a numbers game. Everything is a numbers game. It's a business mentality. You have to go into things knowing that if you just stick with it, it's going to be there forever. I played baseball for 17 years. I played football for 8 years, I think. I did some wrestling, some basketball, and I'll tell you, man, if you just stick with it, if you just keep going, even when you have a really bad day, even when you have a normal day or a really great day, whatever the day is, you just got to keep going. That's like a universal truth. There's no way working around that. So in my head, listen, man, I'm gonna keep at it, and um, I know for sure that I'm gonna land a job. And I see a lot of people. I know this is kind of like a sidetrack, but I just see so many people on LinkedIn. I see so many people on Reddit, man, especially Reddit. I don't know what's going on there, but they're just a bunch of naysayers and negative Nancy's, and I don't like to preach them, man. I like to preach positivity. I really truly believe, as my mentor said that it's a numbers game. You just got to keep going. And going back to the weather app, that's just a rep. That's a huge rep. Honestly, I had put the back end into it. I built the APIs for it and stuff like that, or connected the APIs, and that was a huge deal, like a huge deal. I was so stoked, and it was crazy because I was trying to tell my wife like, hey, oh my god, like look at this, like I did this, I literally look at all this code, like she had no idea what was going on. She was like, I don't know what an API is, but man, this is great, this is cool. So if you are learning software engineering right now and you have a non-tech partner, just be prepared for them to look absolutely clueless all the times that you talk to them. This is why in like Harvard CS50X, or just anywhere in Harvard, or actually just anywhere in software engineering, because I took the course at Harvard. And like they just say, like, dude, look, rubber duckies could be your best friend. For me, I got John Wick. Okay. It was at the Del Mar Fair. I saw this guy painting this charcoal painting of John Wick. And whoa, man. That's my best friend right there, dude. I talk to him all the time about things that I need to understand, which is another reason why I'm starting these videos, this channel, because being able to understand or being able to learn something and then teach it. When you teach it, it's like what is it called? It's called active recall, right? You have to like literally go through and teach something from your brain to like kind of grasp it and grab it from your brain and pull it out and say like, wow, actually I really know this now. So if you can't teach it, you don't really know it yet. And that's kind of what I want to do with this channel. I want to start teaching the things that I know. And listen, man, if I even have 2 subscribers, that's 2 people that are watching my videos, man. And if that inspires them, that is literally 200% more people that I'm inspiring just by doing these videos. So not only am I doing this for myself to make sure that I understand the concepts that I'm learning and I'm grasping them, I personally can go back and watch my own videos and say, okay, yeah, I'm just brushing up real quick. And then also on top of that, I would arguably say even more so, I would love to inspire people that are in the same footsteps, because I remember when I first started, Man, when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. I was on Free Code Camp, looked into Odin Project. I was listening to, hey, shout out to Brian Jenney with the Develop Yourself podcast. Because whenever I'm detailing, I'm listening to his videos, and that man just gives you the inspiration. Okay, he has a great backstory. You guys can go to his channel and check him out and listen to his story. He's got his own boot camp going and stuff like that. Like, he is phenomenal, man. He really helped me, and that's why I'm shouting him out right now, because I don't really know how to give gratitude other than showing the action of it. So I'm shouting him out right now because, dude, the guy is really cool, and he's got great listen, man. He throws in a little bit of humor in there. He got hot takes and all that stuff. And you, man, if you are just now starting out, let's say you're day one, you gotta trust yourself and know that if you just stick with it, it will work for you. It'll work out, man. Because look at me now. It's been, I want to say, just over a year of me starting and studying, and I'm a full-time business owner. Okay, this is not, it's not a typical 9 to 5. I'm texting and emailing people constantly. I'm scheduling at nighttime. Like, my attention's being pulled all the time. And not only that, it's a very active in the sun. I'm super drained. My body hurts. I'm tired at the end of my days. Like, being in the sun for 6 to 8 hours a day, it does something to you, man. So by all means, just like stick it out. Like, find the discipline, schedule your time, just get it going, man. I believe in you. I don't know your name, I don't know who you are, but if you want to do this, you can do this. Anybody can do this. You want to know how I know? Because there's millions of software engineers, and at some point they too probably had this doubt in their brain, and they just said, you know what, nah, it's not going to be a thing. I'm going to do this. We're going to get it done. Put your back against the wall and say, let's move forward. That's the only option we have. So yeah, full story. I think I have it kind of all together in this video now. I hope you guys kind of understand why I'm doing this. And also, I think I mean, there's exposure, man. I want to connect with people that are in the tech industry. I find it very difficult for me to connect with people. Um, Mainly because I started out in LinkedIn, and it just seems like everyone's trying to sell you something, and you don't know anything about the person. You just know what they do. You don't know anything about the person. So I'm just going to put myself out there on these videos. And by all means, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and, reach out to me, comment, and I'll comment, and let's connect. If you're in San Diego and you want to connect, you want to get together, you want to have a phone call, have a little chat, just about what you're building. I got my weather app that I'm building. I also started a journal app in React, which I'm gonna go back into because I started at and realized I started that like 6 months ago, and I was like, wow, I am out of my reach here. So I went back and learned a little more JavaScript first, and then now I'm building. Pretty much built my weather app. I stopped finishing it so that way I could start creating videos and showing you guys. Like, I'm gonna have a whole video dedicated to that, so you'll see that in the upcoming week or so. Who knows when my first video is really gonna be? But yeah, man, I got the weather app. I got my journal app that I started. I actually connected the back end, but I'm still learning the database stuff. So I'm gonna do that once I get finished with this weather app. And but yeah, let's connect. I think that's about it. Let's see. Listen, I use Claude. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Yeah, I mean, I think I hit all the points here. I want to connect with people. I think the exposure from this channel will be really great. I see so many people building in public, and it was just about that time. I feel confident enough for what I know and what I don't know. I know enough now. I don't know what that theory is that you feel like you know so much in the beginning, and then you drop down, realize you don't know anything. I'm at that point because I know enough to know that I don't know enough, and I want to learn. I'm super eager to just absorb as much knowledge as possible. With the given time that I have, I usually only get like an hour to 2 hours of my day, whether that be in the early morning at 6 a.m., or if it is like after I detail, which, let's be honest, it's kind of difficult. So I'm trying my best. This is what this video is going to be about. I think it's going to push me to motivate myself more and stay more disciplined and just keep building. And uh, this is Chango. I don't know if you guys can see him. What's up, boss? What's up? Yep. Okay. Anyways, guys, I don't know how to close this off. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, reach out to me. If you guys want to connect, I would love to connect. I think that's a huge reason why I want to do this, because I want to connect with people. Um, because man, who doesn't want to talk about software? Come on, man. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to making more videos for you guys. And hey, again, reach out. Let's talk. All right, man. This is Michael with michaelbuilds.dev. Peace.